And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. We have a great show for you today. As always, be sure to follow me on Twitter at Takes by Fans and be a part of the conversation. And come watch live daily, noon Eastern, twitch.tv/Takes by Fans, or at our official website, takesbyfans.com. Go to the watch tab. And whenever we are live on the site. We are live right now. And we are live on the site. Folks, it is that easy. So, however you decide to watch, multiple ways to watch, just make sure you're watching for all your daily content. All right, today is Friday. So, we have our official picks. We reacted and guessed the lines yesterday. Slept on them, feeling very, very, very confident about my picks this week. I'm looking to go 6-0, 6 for 6 in all my picks, and so we will get to that. But first, we do have to go over Thursday Night Football. We got Carson Wentz versus Daniel Jones on primetime television, and I mean, the game kind of went exactly how you thought a Giants-Eagles game in 2020 would go. We've got no real stories to break down, so, I mean, this is really it. We got Broncos and Raiders, no tests. Remember, Raiders had one offensive lineman. They sent the entire offensive line home as precaution, and nobody has tested positive further. So, I didn't even know Broncos had a COVID test, but they're all good over there as well, so games are still planning to be on. Broncos-Chiefs, still good to go. Raiders-Bucks, still good to go. As today, Friday, we'll be back here tomorrow with another update, but hey, these games are looking good, and you know, we've been pretty good on COVID for the last 2-3 weeks. What was it, like week 3, week 4, that big outbreak with Tennessee, and everything was looking gloomy, and everybody wanted to cancel the season because everybody's Debbie Downers and nobody's optimistic at all. And so, and this is great news. We've had a really great week. Last week was absolutely fantastic. I mean, I don't think we got like any COVID news. So now here we are, week 7. This is a Friday, and we're all really good to go. So we'll bring you the news tomorrow on Saturday when we're live, and also on Sunday right before kickoff. So we're looking good this week. All games are expected to be played. Let me knock on wood as I say that, but we should be good to go, folks. We are good to go. Alrighty, let's talk about the Thursday Night Football game last night, and I'm already seeing it early today on Twitter. What did I say yesterday? The Eagles were going to win, and we were going to have to apologize for Carson Wentz for some reason. We have the reason. The reason is that the Eagles were able to score 2 touchdowns with like 6 minutes left in the game. Look at this. They're down 21-10. 6 minutes left, and they go and score 2 touchdowns. So I guess we all have to apologize for Carson Wentz, and we have to excuse all of these 3-and-out folks. We let's count the 3-and-out for the Eagles. Shall we do that? We've got 1 right here. We've got 2 right here. 3-and-out. We've got a 3rd right here. A lot came in the 3rd quarter. They were struggling in the 3rd quarter, folks. So a 3-and-out here, a 3-and-out here, a 3-and-out there. 3 3-and-outs in the 3rd quarter before they kicked it into gear. So are we supposed to, you know, appreciate this? Are we supposed to appreciate that, you know, they scored 7 points on their first drive, and then they went 3-and-out, and then they got a field goal, and they were looking good in the 1st quarter, scoring 10 points, and then the interception came. The interception came on a what a garbage throw. Let's get into this. Let's see this interception, because it is truly bad, folks. This is, you know, an interception that we kind of expect from Carson Wentz this season, because he's just kind of turning it over. He's a turnover machine this season. So here we are. They're only up 3, 2nd quarter. This was a nice drive. This was a 10-play. How big was this drive? 10-play. 36 yards, 5-minute drive that ended in an interception in the end zone, because Carson Wentz, I don't know what the heck he was thinking on this throw. So here he is, 2nd and 15, nothing, you know, you can at least get 3, but he buys time and then just throws it into the end zone. I mean, that's like double covered. You can even say triple covered, and the receiver wasn't even like really even going for the ball. So Carson Wentz really just throws it up, and here it is. Just look at it. I mean, easy. You can't get an easier interception if you're the defensive player. So, I mean, Carson Wentz was doing this in the first half, throwing interceptions in the second quarter. not capping off long drives. This 13-play, 83-yard drive not ending in a touchdown, having to settle for the field goal. The 10-play interception drive, the multiple 3-and-outs here continuing in the second quarter. Missed field goal, truly unfortunate. So once again, having to settle for a field goal attempt. But this was the end of the half, so we're not going to penalize them too much for that one. But then in the third quarter, I mean, folks, truly, I mean, the Giants are bad. I mean, we know the Giants are bad. We're not talking about the Giants right now. I get it. They went 3-and-out too in the third quarter, but the Eagles were doing it, and nothing was looking good. They got down 21-10, and now there's 6 minutes left, and that's when the Eagles show up. We know this about the Eagles. In every single game, they really don't even get into shape until the fourth quarter, but they don't win it. So they're 2-4-1. Carson Wentz, they win by 1 point. Congratulations, you beat the Giants by 1 point. Congrats, Carson Wentz. I guess we owe you that apology. Because you threw 359 yards, we owe you an apology. Because you won the game, we have to owe you an apology, I guess. But I'm not doing that. I'm truly not doing that, because this is exactly what we know Carson Wentz is. They can't do anything in the first quarter. He actually did have a pretty decent first quarter. I will give him that. The nice drive here to open it up. We haven't really seen the Eagles kind of score in the first quarter, or especially on their first drive. So I will give Philadelphia that credit. They finally fixed that up. They cleaned that up. But Carson Wentz was still, I mean, they were still down in the fourth quarter. They still were not putting up points really on a consistent basis, struggling to move the ball, especially in the third quarter. The interception in the second quarter, I mean, these are big. This was a huge momentum swing for the Giants. They just go throw an interception. You want to try and cash in on that interception, but you go and throw one yourself on the red zone when you are driving. So I get the Giants, they did not cash in on the interception that Carson Wentz threw, but that still just, I mean, demoralizes your own team, your own offense. You're like, we were going to get at least 3. We're on the 30-yard line. We were at least going to have a field goal attempt, and now we get nothing. We can't even score 3 points. So Carson Wentz, let's watch these last 2 drives. Let's watch them because they're good. I mean, I don't want to just hate on Carson Wentz and the Eagles the entire time. These are good. I mean, to be down 11 points with only 6 minutes left and you go and throw 2 touchdowns, I have to give you some credit. So let's watch these last 2 drives by Carson Wentz. Big plays. I mean, this one was a 59-yard pass that set up the score. Then on their second touchdown, he had like a 30-yard pass. So let's go through, watch these last 2 drives, see if we should be owing Carson Wentz an apology for saving his talents to the fourth quarter, trying to just make an entertaining game. Is that what Carson Wentz is about? Does he have like some deal with Fox, the channel Fox, because for entertaining games? Is he like, hey, I'm not going to go live until the fourth quarter so everybody watches the entire game. Nobody's turning it off. Does that sound good? Does that sound good? Give me 10% of the, the overall profits from the game, and I'll be good to go. I help you, y'all help me. Is that what Carson Wentz is doing? Possibly. The way he's been playing, it really would not shock me. But let's get this queued up here. What do we got? 6 minutes, 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And what's up with teams blowing leads? Like, this is what the narrative literally is like every single week. Atlanta, the Giants, literally all these teams blowing big leads, double-digit leads in the fourth quarter. Why can teams not play with leads? I don't get it. They clam up big time. We already know Daniel Jones is not clutch in the fourth quarter, so I would not want to get the ball to him, but you got to do something. You got to do something. You got to keep your foot on the pedal. Stop easing off. 6 minutes and 11 points is obviously, too much time for Carson Wentz. So here we go. Down 11, 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Should have been picked. I mean, this should have been picked right off the rip. Just lucky and bailed out. See, we tried to give Carson Wentz some credit. In the first play of this touchdown drive is an almost interception. It's truly comical. Carson Wentz is not good this year. Was he good the other years? Yes, I'll give you that. But this year, we have to stop. What have you done for me lately, Carson Wentz? Because it's truly not good at all. You're down 21-10 in the fourth quarter, and you're throwing these passes that should have been picked. Look at him. He wasn't really even pressured. He wasn't Yeah, the pocket was collapsing, but he stood up there strong. Should have been a pick, but they get bailed out. So let's watch the bailout here. How do they get bailed out now? Steps up in the pocket, just absolutely collapsed, goes down. Look at this now, man. They're going to be facing... Wow, they get bailed out by a penalty? Is this what happens? Wow. Bailed out. Bailed out on a bad penalty? Where is that? Where is the defensive holding? Where was that? I mean, wow. Bailed out again. Should have been a pick. Should have been 3rd and 15. The penalty. I cannot believe it. Truly, I cannot believe what is happening with this Eagles team. And then they just decide to air it out because literally nothing's working. And they get that to connect. I mean, truthfully, guys, what is going on? What is going on? Are you guys just focusing on these highlights? How can we believe in Carson Wentz? How can we rally behind this man? I'll give him. This is a good throw. This is. It's a good route. The receiver just ran right by him. It's a simple throw right down the sideline. It's a good throw, but, I mean, the bailout before then, they're going to get another penalty here. What's this one? Another one on the Giants. Move them closer. 1st and 5. Bail out Carson Wentz. He needs another bailout. This is truly insane, folks. They go run the ball with Scott. Not trusting Carson Wentz. I would not trust the ball in his hands in the red zone. We already know he throws interceptions down in this territory. So 1st and goal now. Roll out Carson Wentz. Great throw. Always a great play design. The quick little flat out on the goal line is always a good call, and he puts it right on the money. So well done by Carson Wentz to, hey, the man takes advantage of all of his opportunities given to him. The bailout flags, the non-interceptions. He won't make you, or he will make you pay the second throw. All right, so that puts them up 20. Oh, no, they actually missed the extra point, or the 2-point conversion. So let's watch that. Is this Carson Wentz's fault? Can't get the 2-point conversion. Let's take a look. All right, here we go. 2-point attempt to make it a 3-point game, so Carson Wentz doesn't have to go and throw a touchdown. Only a fumble, or only a field goal. So he goes... Tries to run it. He's not strong enough. Almost fumbled, but it doesn't matter. He's short, so the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful. Unfortunate. And then Daniel Jones goes 5 and out. Unfortunately, doesn't eat up a lot of the clock. 2 minutes and 36 seconds. Basically brings it down to the 2-minute warning. And then the Eagles get it. So let's watch this Eagles game-winning touchdown drive. I'm all about game-winning touchdown drives. Winning the game late in the 4th quarter. I can definitely respect it. So let's see. Does Carson Wentz get bailed out at any point on this drive, or is this all just good? Let's watch. Let's see what we got here. 2 minutes left. 21-16. Eagles down 5. Need the touchdown. Good throw right over the middle. Pick up the 1st down. Alrighty. Here we go. After the 2-minute warning, Carson Wentz flushed out of the pocket. And look at that. What a throw on the run, right on stride. I love it. Perfect. 2 great throws by Carson Wentz here on this drive. He's got 9 career game-winning drives in the 4th quarter and overtime. That's pretty clutch if you ask me. Pretty good. Can he add a 10th one? Well, he does. All right. Bad pass. Well, not a bad pass. It's just a tough throw. Gave his receiver a chance. Couldn't come down with it. And then they get bailed out by a penalty. Let's watch this throw one more time in slow motion. Oh, this was 2 plays ago. Lame. Alrighty, here we go. So they pick it up because of the penalty. Unfortunate. And then the running game. Well done. Sets him up. Hand it off here. Hand it off. Gets about 4. Pretty good. Decent run there. Alrighty, here we go. 2nd and goal now. Let's see Carson Wentz deliver the strike, baby. He's going to pass it. Takes the shot. I mean, it's just a throwaway there. Nothing was there. Throw it away. You got 2 more downs. Why not? Live for another down. Good decision there. All right, another play action pass. Going to escape. Buy some time. Shorted it. And once again, another penalty. Bail out. Bail out. Bail out. Let's watch this one. Do we agree with this call? I don't think I do. It's defensive holding right there. That's tough. He did pull him down to the ground. Unfortunate. All right. I guess a decent call. But here we go. 1st and goal now. I believe the Eagles get a penalty on this play. Back them up. I believe, yep, there it is. My memory does hold right from last night. All right, so here they go. Now they're backed up. 1st and goal from the 18. Carson Wentz says no problem. And this is a fantastic ball, folks. I mean, I got to give the man some credit. This was an absolutely perfect drive by him. Every throw was on the money, really. He did have that missed throw toward the sideline. We can forgive that. And then the couple missed throws but in the end zone. But those were really throwaways. No danger of being intercepted or just like a bad throw. It was just, giving your receiver a chance or throwing it away. And I definitely get behind that. But let's look at this throw one more time because this is an absolute beauty to a backup running back. I mean, to catch this nice little kind of wheel route. And he throws it absolutely on the money, folks. Look at this ball one more time. This is a great angle here. We'll get it from. I mean, look at him go. Look at him get it. And there's just enough on that ball to get it over the defender. He couldn't locate the ball right over the defender. I mean, it's beautifully thrown, beautifully placed. Well caught as well. Look at him. That's a running back catching that. That's a fantastic catch. So great job on Carson Wentz's part to get that touchdown there. But then they try another 2-point conversion, and they're not going to get this one either. They don't even have Carson Wentz under center. He's spread out here at the wide receiver position. They got Jalen Hurts. Unfortunate. They need to start this. Well, he's not that good either. Probably don't start him. But that's the win. Unfortunately, we'll watch Daniel Jones' last drive because we know this about Daniel Jones. He'll keep you in games, and he'll have possibly a chance to win it at the end, but he can't do it because he's not clutch. We know this about Daniel Jones. That's why I said this game kind of went exactly how you thought a Giants-Eagles game would go. Eagles would kind of struggle to score until the 4th quarter. Giants would kind of be in the game to the 4th quarter. So we got a close game going into the 4th quarter. Carson Wentz is clutch, and then Daniel Jones gets it with 40 seconds left and just can't drive. All they needed was a field goal. I think they had 2 timeouts, so they had the opportunity to do so, and we'll watch it in a second. But unfortunately, it does not result in anything, and it results in a fumble, and unfortunately, that's the game. But I do just want to point out one more time, I mean, on the topic of blowing leads, this Giants drive, so they were up 14-10. Then in the 4th quarter, they go on this wild drive, folks. 15 plays, 75 yards, 8 minutes, an entire half a quarter. So, I mean, they truly were. I mean, this really should have been a win for the Giants. You get the ball, you're up 4 with, basically the entire 4th quarter. Then you just eat the clock, milk the clock, milk it, and milk it some more. 8 minutes, and then you go and score a touchdown. I mean, that was beautifully executed, well drawn up by the coach, and I can't remember his name, so I'll call him the coach, and Daniel Jones to execute. But, I mean, to be up 11 with 6 minutes left, you really should be winning the game. So, I mean, once again, the Eagles just kind of get bailed out in the 4th quarter, what we know about this team. So let's watch Daniel Jones' last drive. Let's watch him be not clutch, unfortunately, just because that's Daniel Jones. That's Daniel Jones. When you watch a highlight package and you see all these losses, you just say it's Daniel Jones, unfortunately. So here he goes. 40 seconds left. Oh, they got no timeouts. Unfortunate. Definitely unfortunate. But nice little pass there to get him to the sideline, but they throw a flag. You got to back it up, and this game is now truly over. Any momentum you just had is completely out the window. 1st and 20. You just wasted 6 seconds. You have to go 90 yards now. I mean, it's definitely over. They run the same exact play, and they got the same exact result. But you're going to have to air it out here because now there's only 29 seconds, and what are you on your own 20-yard line? Got to see Daniel Jones open it up a little bit here. Let's see what he does because he doesn't open it up. I will say that. Drops back. No time to throw. Got strip sacked. Unfortunate, and that's the game. So, well done to the Eagles, I guess, for sticking around and beating the Giants. We're still not going to buy the Eagles. We're still not buying Carson Wentz. We're still not buying the Giants. We're still not buying Daniel Jones. This NFC East is truly not good at all, folks. I would say trash, and I am going to say trash. It is truly trash. Yeah, so let's talk about the stats real quick. Daniel Jones, 20 of 30, 187 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Exactly what you would expect from a Daniel Jones game. Mediocre completion percentage, not even 200 yards, dink and dunk, at least 1 interception. No game-winning drive, exactly what you would think. He also had 92 rushing yards, and all of them basically came on one big run. We'll watch it here because it is comical. Truly comical. him trying to run, and he stumbles and bumbles and falls. But I mean, Daniel Jones, I mean, this would have been his second big rushing touchdown of the season. We might have to grade this man's legs a little bit more here. So wide open run here, and then he just trips over himself. Totally foolish. Clownery. Just like, how do you get up? You cannot show your face after that. Luckily, they were able to capitalize on the touchdown, because if you had to settle for a field goal after that, that's not good. So Daniel Jones, leading rusher with freaking 92 yards because of that big 80-yard run. Other than that, the running game wasn't anything great. Devontae Freeman had 3 carries for only 8 yards. I would have loved to see him do it a little bit more. But, I mean, their leading rusher, Wayne Gallman, 10 carries for 34 yards. So, I mean, they didn't really stick with the running game, and it never really paid off big for them. Decent receiving jobs here. Sterling Shepard, 59. Evan Ingram's the tight end, 46 yards. Golden Tate only targeted twice, 1 catch, 1 touchdown for 39 yards, so I'll give him that. But just overall a mediocre game for the Giants, which you would expect. And Carson Wentz to 359 yards, coming off of 80 yards, 80, 90 yards coming off of those 2 big plays in the fourth quarter that we watched. The 59-yard play, the 30-yard play. So 25 completions, but I mean, folks, we can't forgive the trashness that ensued that entire game. They scored 10 points going into the fourth quarter, until halfway into the fourth quarter, and then they were able to just kind of catch fire. So don't fall in love with this Eagles team, please. Please do not apologize to Carson Wentz like we did on Josh Allen, and then he proves that he proves that he is classic Josh Allen. So Carson Wentz here, not giving any passes, will not be apologizing, and he showed us exactly what he is. Exactly what he is, he showed us. So that was Thursday Night Football. Kind of an entertaining game. I mean, it had some good plays, some big highlights, and it came down to the fourth quarter. So what more? And an 11-point blown lead. So what more do you want? I know everybody was trashing this game before it was even played. I get it. They were both one-win teams, not anything exciting, but it's football, and it's always going to be a pretty good game at least. So, and we got it here last night. So well done to the Eagles for getting the win. Alrighty, that's going to bring us to our main topic for today, and that's going to be our picks. So let's refresh this site. Let's get these lines adjusted. I do want to talk about this Jets-Bills games real quick because it is confirmed Sam Darnold is going to be playing this game. So definitely a little bit tighter for the Bills, but they should still have no problem winning this game. The Jets have no weapons offensively. Not going to take the Bills minus 11.5 this week. Jets at home with Sam Darnold. Definitely going to stay away from it. A little too high in my opinion. But definitely the Bills shouldn't have any trouble covering it, especially with Josh Allen coming off 2 losses. He really should be putting up up a huge big game, and then come Monday we're all getting asked for an apology. So I mean, we're going to be hearing this all season. Apologies for Josh Allen and Carson Wentz. Don't fall for it, folks. You can apologize when they win the Super Bowl. I think that would be acceptable. Alrighty, but here we go. Our picks. We like to break it down into 3 categories with 3 picks in each, so 6 picks overall. Our first category is our lock section. These will all hit, so you can go and bet your cars in the driveway. If you have 1 car, bet that car. If you have 2, I would bet all 2 on all of these picks. So here we go. These are all going to happen. These are the best bets of the week. So here we go. We are going to start here at Houston and Green Bay, and we are taking Houston plus 3.5. We have to forgive possibly the first 4 weeks of the season between these 2 teams, and I'll tell you why. Green Bay looks absolutely beautifully. The offense is amazing. They're putting up 30-plus points every game. Aaron Rodgers is making an MVP case. Then the bye comes. Then they have to go on the road against Tom Brady and the Bucs, and Aaron Rodgers was looking good in the first quarter, and then he throws interceptions, and they could not get back into it. So we have to kind of take a little bit of a step back on the Packers from their last showing. Whereas Houston, they started, 0-4, fired their head coach, and they've been putting up the points. They put up 30 their first game without their head coach. They put up 36 their second game without their head coach. So the offense is feeling free. Everybody's feeling free. Romeo Crennel is doing a fantastic job as an interim head coach. He's been around the league forever, folks. He knows how to coach. The players respect him. I think they all buy into him. And Deshaun Watson is kind of playing loose. I mean, he's put up 66 points over 2 weeks, folks. So they've definitely got the talent offensively to keep up with the Packers in this game. I am expecting Aaron Rodgers to play better than he did last week. I am taking all that into account here with this Texans plus 3.5 pick, but I get the Texans at home. I get maybe even a more explosive offense. A team that felt like, they really should have won last week. I mean, when you go into overtime and you don't even get to touch the ball and you lose, I mean, that definitely weighs on you. So Texans are going to channel that feeling from last week. They're at home. Green Bay's coming off of a loss. Literally everything is kind of aligning perfectly for the Texans here. Don't fall in love with, or don't fall in hate with their record, because, this is a new Texans team, and this offense is truly deadly. J.J. Watt is having a pretty good season as well. He's still, healthy, knock on wood as well. So they're doing pretty good. Not sure about Devontae Adams' status for the Packers. I would assume he is playing this week. But, I mean, still, just the way that the Packers played last week, it really just left a really bad taste in my mouth. But that's kind of one thing that we know about this Packers team. They went 13-3 last year, and those 3 losses, were pretty big losses. So, they could get back on track this week. The Packers could still win this game, but 3.5, I mean, folks, games are close in this league. That's why I don't like really any big spreads. But as I take big spreads for the rest of my locks, but we'll get into that in a second. But give me the 3.5 right over that, 3 mark. So, if the Packers win by 3, it's not a push. You win it with the extra half a point. Love it, love it, love it here. I think we get comparable offenses. And the Texans are at home. I love the 3.5, folks. Aaron Rodgers on another away game coming off a bye. He's after, doing very poorly. He just wants to get back to home. That's all he wants to do. So I love the Texans plus 3.5 here, folks. Absolutely love it. Alrighty, our second pick in our locks category is going to go Saints minus 7.5. As when 7.5 isn't a lot for the Saints team. They've got playmakers everywhere. They've got Drew Brees. This Saints team is coming off of a bye. That's huge for them. Michael Thomas is also probably going to play this week as well. We saw what Julio Jones did in his first game back last week. 2 touchdowns, 136 yards, looking very good. Saints, I expect them to do this. Drew Brees loves Michael Thomas above all else for some reason. He doesn't like to go to Emmanuel Sanders. I don't know why. But with Emmanuel Sanders now being the number 2 wide receiver, he should be very well. I mean, let's not fall in love with this Panthers team, folks. I don't know how they're winning games. We kind of look at them every week in our film review, and it's really nothing I like, kind of like the Lions. It's just this Saints team coming off of bye is huge for them. They've got the offense. They have the defense. It's just when they lose games, it's because their defense commits penalties. They'll have like 8 penalties on defense, all like pass interference and defensive holding. Not good. Big penalties, keeps drives alive. So I think the Saints can definitely clean that up defensively. This Panthers team is nothing special. They're beating the mediocre teams. I'm not impressed. They've got no real weapons offensively. I don't know what they're going to do defensively against the Saints team. How are you going to cover all their pieces, especially if Michael Thomas is playing? Alvin Kamara really should run all over this Carolina team. And did I mention Saints are coming off of a bye? I'll take Sean Payton off a bye, definitely, over Matt Rule, who has 4 weeks to prepare for a bowl game and can't do it. I will take that, definitely. So, love the Saints here. It's a little hefty for me, but I like it. I think they win by 10 kind of easily. Let me knock on wood. But yeah, Saints here. I get the better quarterback. I get the better offense. I get the better defense. I get the home field. I get the better coach. I get the better talent. I mean, folks, I can go on and on. Saints minus 7.5. Absolutely love it. Alrighty, and then our last pick here in our lock section is going to be Chargers minus 7.5. All right. So let me say this. The Chargers coming off of a bye. Once again, absolutely love it. Justin Herbert is a fantastic quarterback. We see glimpses of him every week with the big throw. I mean, they like set the game up for like 1 or 2 big throws a game. Everything else is dink and dunk. I'm not in love with that, but there could be a little bit of maybe they were holding them back, because there was like the big story like 2 weeks ago when we all knew Justin Herbert was going to remain the starter even though Tyrod Taylor was going to be back healthy. We all knew that, but they kind of made a big deal with Anthony Lynn coming out and being like, no, he's our guy for the rest of the year. So they could have been maybe hesitating, just kind of waiting to see how Tyrod Taylor would look and how long he would be out. Maybe they do sit Justin Herbert, but now my thinking is they announce him officially the starter, so maybe they trust him with the playbook a little bit. They start opening up the playbook here, coming off the bye, probably installed a couple of better plays for that suit what Justin Herbert can do, his big arm, the great accuracy on his big arm. So I think they may start getting away from the dink and dunk in this game against the Jaguars, coming off the bye, extra time to prepare at home against, once again, a kind of lesser. I mean, when I was talking about the Saints and the Panthers, I mean, there's a huge gap between their talent levels, folks. I think we can all agree. And I think we get that here again with the Chargers and the Jags. The Jags are truly not good. Gardner Minshew is not the answer. And Justin Herbert's, he hasn't won a game yet, coming off a bye at home against the Jags, a worse team. Everything is kind of lining up for the Chargers like it's lining up for the Saints here. So I think they let Justin Herbert go loose this week. I think he has an absolutely fantastic game, probably 300 plus yards, 4 touchdowns, and he was looking good. No dink and dunk, over 10 yards a pass. So I love the Chargers here. 425 star at home. Perfect, new stadium in LA. Justin Herbert's looking for his first win. It's against Jacksonville. I mean, literally, it's a perfect storm. Everything's lining up perfectly for this Chargers team, and they still got weapons offensively, defensively. They can get it done. I'm big off of teams coming off a bye, especially going up against lesser teams. I like the Chargers here, minus 7. I think they win by at least 10 here. Again, knock on wood, but I love it. So our official locks is going to be Houston plus 3.5, Saints minus 7.5, and Chargers minus 7.5. The odds are plus 608. You put $500 on this, or I put 600. Let me put 500 here. Accurate numbers here. You're winning $3,500, baby. That's huge. That's huge. That's huge. So definitely, I mean, what do you think you can get for your car outside, huh? What do you got? Y'all probably got what, 2015 Hyundai Civics? What y'all got in the driveway? You probably can get like $2,500 for that, no doubt. So you put that car on that, you're looking at 17 grand, baby. You can buy a new 2020, that new Hummer that's coming out, the fucking electric Hummer, which is a thing for some reason. Go pre-order that. Nice little down payment on that. Bet your car. Texans plus 3.5, Saints minus 7.5, Chargers minus 7.5. Alrighty. All right, here we go. We got more picks. Don't go anywhere, folks. If you don't like that, if you don't feel confident about betting your 2015 Honda Civic on this. What about this one? This is our 99% guarantee section. Still feel very confident about this pick, but there is maybe one thing I can see going wrong that ruins the bet. So here we go. Our 99% guarantee section is going to be kicking off here, and I know I may be crazy. Do I sound crazy? I may. I'm going to go Bears plus 5.5 here. Monday Night Football. Nick Foles on primetime usually shows out decently. This Bears defense has been absolutely keeping the Bears in this game. They're the reason why they've won 5 out of their 6 games, why they only have 1 loss. It's because of their defense. It's not because Mitch Trubisky, and it's definitely not because of Nick Foles. But it's Monday Night Football, huge game, prime time. Everybody knows that. Matt Nagy knows that. He's been scheming since the preseason, since the offseason. Matt Nagy is like, oh, I have a primetime game Monday, week 7. I am going to be scheming this entire season just for this one game because I know I need to look good. I need to put out a good product even though I don't have good quarterback play. So I'm going to use a lot of trickery, a lot of dink and dunk. I'm going to make my quarterback look good on primetime television. I'm not worried about the defense. They always show out for me. I've got no worries about there. I'm just focusing on plays that Nick Foles can execute to perfection so we can kind of move the ball and score points respectively in this game. Now, the Rams are very good. I understand that. They're at home. I understand that. But their offense has been a little shaky. They're up and down. They're high and low, and I really don't know where to put them. I think, they're kind of just like an average 24-point team a game team. I mean, if you score more than that, you're going to win. If you score less than that, then the Rams can win. But the Rams are kind of like, we're not going to go and put up 40. We could go and put up 17. We could put up 21, but we kind of average around like that 23, 24-point mark. And the Bears have been able to kind of keep up that pace even with Nick Foles. They're at that kind of 20 mark, but their defense has been able to hold teams under that 20-point threshold where if you don't score at least 20, don't expect to win the game. So their defense can hold the Rams here. And the Rams defense can definitely hold the Bears. I'm not saying that this Rams defense is good as well, but I think the primetime games, Matt Nagy is going to elevate Nick Foles. Nick Foles in primetime with the pressure is on him. That's when he succeeds, folks. He won a Super Bowl for a reason as a backup. So pressure is on him. He usually responds kind of like Fitzpatrick, but if he's not on primetime television, if there's no real interest in the game, he's going to go out there and throw 3 interceptions and maybe 1 touchdown if you're lucky. So with all that being said, the Bears may not win this game, but I'm getting 5.5, folks. Games are close in this league. I'm telling you, 5.5 here is a lot, especially this is a 5-win team, Bears. They know how to win games. They know how to stay in games. They know how to be competitive in games. There may be kind of the reverse Giants where they will stay into it in the fourth quarter, but they'll go and win it in the fourth quarter, where the Giants lose it in the fourth quarter. So I expect the Bears defense to keep the game close, and that's all I'm riding on. So I don't expect Nick Foles to go and have a great performance. I expect him to be respectable. 1 touchdown, no pick maybe. 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. They lose by 3, close game. But I love the 5.5 here, primetime game. You got to expect a close game and everybody to elevate their play a little bit, and that's what I think is going to happen in this game. Nick Foles plays a little bit better. We might have to start offering him apologies come Tuesday. I don't know. But, yeah, Bears plus 5.5. I think I like it. I know I like it. That's why it's in my picks. All right, here we go. We are going to continue on, and maybe I'm crazy again. Am I crazy? I'm taking crazy things here. Falcons minus 2.5 against this Lions team. They've never impressed me. I don't know what it is. We watched them in our Wednesday film study, and I'm just not impressed. I don't like how they're scoring. Nothing's catching my eye in the stats. Nothing's really backing up what I'm seeing in the stats on film. So I really don't like this Lions team. Atlanta playing free because they have no head coach. They went and scored 40 points, and not only did they score 40 points, they didn't go put like 28 points up in one quarter like the Bucks did, or go and score, 20 in the first, 20 in the fourth, but took the second and third off. No, this was 10 points every quarter, folks. That's huge. I mean, that really tells me everything I need to know. That was consistent. Whoever was calling plays knew what they were doing. Whoever installed the game plan installed it beautifully. We're scoring. We're keeping our foot on the pedal. Doesn't matter that we're up. Doesn't matter that we're picking off Kirk Cousins 3 times and we're up 20-0. We're keeping our foot on the pedal. We're still scoring the ball. We're still putting up points. 40 points on the road. Absolutely fantastic. Now they're here at home. Second game without a head coach. We saw what the Texans did. Really didn't even take a step back. It's just the Titans put up 42 points again, miraculously. I don't know. So the Texans, they put up 36 points on their second game without a head coach. Falcons here at home, a little bit of an easier opponent. This Atlanta offense is still good, folks. Despite their 1-5 record, this offense is still good. We've been talking about this offense since week 1. We've been praising this Atlanta offense. I'm not ready to bail on Atlanta yet. Will they disappoint me again this week? I hope not. But maybe. But yeah, I like them at home. The offense is rolling. We'll see what they've got with no head coach here in game number 2. But they're at home, feeling good, feeling confident off a win. The offense is feeling good. Matt Ryan, I don't think he threw any interceptions last week. Is that correct? He had 4 touchdowns, no picks, or 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. Here it is. 4 touchdowns, no picks. So the man was absolutely balling. Julio Jones got involved. So I expect all that to kind of carry over in this week at home. Looking pretty good. So I like the Falcons here, -2.5. All right, this is going to be our last pick, but it's not on the board. You know why it's not on the board? Because there was this whole COVID thing, so DraftKings took it off yesterday. But we saw it, we reacted to it, and we actually liked it a lot. So our last pick in our 99% guarantee section, if you can get it, this bet should probably be back on the board tomorrow, Sunday at the latest. You will be able to bet this game because the game is going to go on as planned, barring any setbacks that have not emerged just quite yet. I'm talking about the Raiders-Bucks game. It's Raiders +4. They're at home. Absolutely love it. Now, that game ended up getting moved back. There was a little bit of a schedule change. The Bucks-Raiders game was supposed to be the Sunday Night Football game, but it gets pushed back to the 4 o'clock spot. So they will be playing at 4:25 instead of 8 o'clock. The Arizona Seahawks game actually gets moved up to the primetime spot, which I'm definitely cool with. I love it. To see Russell Wilson on primetime television, to see Kyler Murray on primetime television, absolutely. I would take that over Derek Carr and Tom Brady, I think. But I definitely think they should have moved up the Steelers-Tennessee game, but hey, I digress. So we are going to be taking Raiders +4 to round out our 99% guarantee section. This Raiders team just beat the Chiefs in a stunning fashion by outscoring them. Wild. And then they're on a bye, and now they have to come out at home against Tom Brady. Tom Brady's riding a little bit of a high because of what happened last week against the Packers. He absolutely blew them out. Kind of thanks to Aaron Rodgers, but Tom Brady played all right too. But what this Raiders showed on offense is that they're a high talented offensive team. They've got speed everywhere. They can score at will. They can score at any moment. And they've been showing that to us these first couple weeks this season. So I think I am starting to buy the Raiders a little bit. I'm not ready to buy Tom Brady in this offense. He's still trying to just target his wide receivers. I don't like how they're moving the ball. I don't like to nitpick like that, but I see it all the time. Tom Brady loves to just go to Rob Gronkowski or his tight ends down the field and then use Mike Evans on the 1-yard line. Can we kind of restructure that a little bit, please? Use your tight ends in the red zone. Use your wide receivers everywhere else, please. Stop wasting Mike Evans' talents. The man is 6'4". He will go up and get the ball. Tom Brady, just throw it in his general vicinity, and he will go up and get it. So the defense of the Raiders looking pretty good. They're fast, and that's what I like. John Gruden and the general manager. I know he was like at ESPN at some point, but they know how to scout some talent. They've got fast guys. They play quick, and that's kind of what hurts Tom Brady, because Tom Brady's arms weakening as he's progressing through the season. He's trying to force it to the tight end. So I mean, if these are all ball hawks on the Raiders defense, they're going to fly to the ball, catch Tom Brady. They pick him off maybe once or twice. Tom Brady on the road, I mean, he really hasn't established. I mean, if the Bucks ever get behind, it's tough for Tom Brady to come back. He doesn't have the easiest time. So Bucks want to try to play with the lead, but I think on the road they might try to do too much. And I think I like the Raiders defense. The Bucks defense is obviously great too. Don't get me wrong. I think it's one of the best defenses in the league. To be able to hold the Packers to 10 points and to pick off Aaron Rodgers twice is definitely fantastic. But they do show spurts where Justin Herbert threw 2 big bombs on him and cashed in for touchdowns. The Raiders can do that. They've proven it. Plus, they're off a bye. I love teams off byes. Bucks on the road, Tom Brady on the road. Not really buying it just quite yet. Plus, you give me 4. You're giving me the home team plus 4 points. Just kind of like the Texans. I will take that. They have, offenses that can't score the ball. They've been proving that. So as long as they're keeping up the scoring, they might not win. But I'm getting 4 at home. Absolutely. With high-powered offenses, I definitely will take that. So that's going to be Bears plus 5.5, Falcons minus 2.5, and Raiders plus 4. Let's put a comparable odd up here just to see what we're working with here. So about 597, you put 500 on that. You're looking at 3,400. Absolutely fantastic. You want to trade in that 2015 Honda Civic for $2,500. You're looking at 17 grand still, baby. So you can bet either one of these. You will walk away with $17,000. I mean, folks, go and do whatever you want with $17,000. Damn, you can do so much with that. So great money's on the line Sunday. Hopefully you guys follow my advice and cash out, baby. Cash out. Quit your job and just kind of hunker down for this COVID and election cycle, I guess. I don't know. But 17 grand sounds very good to me. So that's how you win 17 grand, folks. Our locks, Texans plus 3.5. Chargers minus 7.5. Saints minus 7.5 on our one ticket. And Bears plus 5.5. Falcons minus 2.5, and Raiders plus 4 on our second one. Alrighty, that's going to do it for us today. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you make some money this weekend. So be sure to follow me on Twitter at TakesByFans. Send me the pictures of your tickets for $17,000. Send me videos of you walking up to the Brinks truck at the casino with 17 grand in your hand. I want to see it, so follow me on Twitter at TakesByFans. Let me know what you guys think. And then come watch live daily, noon Eastern, twitch.tv/takesbyfans, takesbyfans.com/watch. Either way, we will be here live noon Eastern. Tomorrow, now, not sure what we're going to do on tomorrow's show, but we will be here tomorrow, so come and watch. We might just talk college football, Big Ten's playing. We might just kind of, maybe a live watch for an hour. I don't know. We'll come up with something, but we will be here, as always, here noon Eastern, and then Sunday we will recap everything we've been saying right up until kickoff, and we'll kind of, bid you farewell for your rest of the football watching day. So we're here noon Eastern every day. Y'all come watch. We'll be here. Alrighty, we'll be back tomorrow. See ya.